Welcome to the channel. I had to do it, I'm sorry. I had to do it. Welcome to our very first episode. Take 27, we'll say. Felt like 27.
More like 83.
Yes. So, welcome. I am Karina. This is Terran. This is my daughter.
Who she tries to make knit and crochet, but it does not work.
She's just going to be my right hand on this because she doesn't knit or crochet or yarn dye, nothing. She doesn't do anything.
But at this, I know how to do this.
She did the setup. So, anyways.
You have glitter on your face.
I have, because I just took down the Christmas tree.
You have a lot of glitter.
Well, we're covered in glitter, but, well, I am, because nobody helped me take down the Christmas tree. Anyways, welcome to ccmakes. Here on YouTube, on Instagram too, cc_makes. I'm on Ravelry, ccmakes, and I have an Etsy store, cc fiber and design. Not a lot listed in there though.
We've got stuff coming.
Yes.
There
is some stuff in there. Not a lot. There are some, cause I had a business prior of making photography props and accessories and stuff like that. So there are mermaid blankets, some photography props.
Yeah, some newborn.
There's some stuff that I was working on. But I have it all packaged up and ready to go, but it's in the shop and they're ready to ship. So, I mean, if you know anybody that wants baby photo props, I think there's like one hat available. They're all packaged and ready to go. So there's that.
There's that.
In the next coming weeks, I will have my own hand-dyed yarn line.
Ooh.
I'm just waiting for some, and they're actually at the post office. I just didn't go there to get them. So tomorrow, I will go pick them up and start.
Let me guess, they came in yesterday, huh?
Never you mind. I will start. It was storming.
Oh.
I will start dyeing yarn and listing it in my Etsy shop under CC Fiber and Design. For the first update, I'm probably only going to do fingering weight yarn, and we'll probably podcast again prior to the update, the shop update. She's my setup, so we'll probably.
I make the magic happen.
Yeah. Anyway. We'll probably have another podcast before we do that and just let you all know the colorways that we're going to have, or I'm going to have, and all that good stuff. So, I have some knits that I'm working on that I finished, and some goodies that I can chat about.
Show your whips.
My whips. Well, actually I have finished objects.
Oh.
So I have some socks that I finished, and these have been through the washer and the dryer because I'm a rebel and I don't hand wash my knits unless it was like a sweater or anything. But I have some socks that
You're not supposed to put them through the washer?
no, well,
everything you made me has gone in the washer.
I won't say you're not supposed to. It says superwash, so I'm assuming you can put it through the washing machine. I put these through the washing machine twice, and the dryer, and they have come out perfectly fine. They are absolutely fine.
I need you to get your sock blocks.
I know, this is not right. I don't have sock blockers right now because I left them all in Alaska. We just moved here from Alaska to Washington State, so all of my knitting tools are...
She's in shambles.
I am in shambles. They are all in Alaska, but I will get them. Actually, I'm just going to order new ones. Who am I kidding? I'll just get some new ones.
Let's be real here.
Yeah.
We're going to spend more money.
Because why not?
Why not?
Anyways, okay, so I finished these socks. Vanilla sock and fish lips kiss heel because they're easy. I used to do afterthought heels, but I got tired of weaving in all the ends. So I went with fish lips kiss and they fit perfectly. This is yarn by the Yarn Jar. I don't know the name of this yarn, but I'm sure she has it still listed in her shop. I started these last summer, lost my knitting mojo for months and finally got it back in October.
Once you moved here.
Yeah, once I got settled in here, probably end of October, I finished the socks. So that's finished object number 1. Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 2, have not worn these yet. They still look brand new-ish. They're the same yarn jar, yarn, vanilla sock, fish lips kiss heel, in an 80s colorway because 80s.
You know my only complaint about the socks that you make?
What?
Is this is never wide enough for my feet. Never.
This is very stretchy.
The ones that you've made
Try it.
The ones that you've made
Try
me,
it.
I can never get them on all the way.
Well, that was when I was a new knitter.
A new knitter.
See, those fit perfectly.
See, okay, so like right here at the heel.
Well, you just put your socks on the incorrect way. I'm
a human and I
You're an
slip them
animal.
on.
You're an animal.
What, am I supposed to roll them
Yes.
like stockings? What am I, an
Yes.
80-year-old woman?
Hey, you're on a knitting podcast.
Like, this is not, no, this is not what you do.
And
This
then
is more difficult.
Oh my gosh, that took an extra 1 second.
No.
Anyways,
No.
she's full of BS. Get my sock off your foot. But these are my finished objects. Just 2 pairs of socks by the yarn jar. This colorway is oh no, I lost the tag.
I thought it was on the floor.
No. Anyways, it's yarn jar. The colorway I think is called Blast. As you can see. 80s. 80s Blast.
See, this is the part that I'm excited about for you to make your own yarn, because sometimes people name these things wrong.
No, that's an absolute perfect name. She's not a knitter, so she doesn't understand.
This is not Blast.
It is Blast. It's 80s
You know
Blast.
what makes me think of
get it.
Blast? You know what makes me think of Blast? Like red, orange, yellow.
Well, she's not a knitter again.
Well, it does make sense. Why
It
would you call this Blast?
It makes total sense to me. Makes total sense to me. And
Why do you think of, hey guys, let's go have a blast?
Kinda. Kinda. Yeah. I like them, and I think the colorway name is perfect. So.
When you do raunchy names.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm... Well, the color has to strike me as I'm dyeing it. So once I get it dyed up, then I name it, obviously. I'm not going to name it prior to dyeing.
Then why do you name a child before it's born?
I didn't. All 3 of you were named after you were born.
Oh.
Except for Emma.
Yeah.
She was just Emma. Anyways, that's a whole other story. Next, I have some socks that I'm working on and I'm almost finished with.
I don't like them.
The knitting critic over here,
I don't like them.
she doesn't like them.
I don't like the color. I don't like the colors.
Drop the yarn ball. I will say that this is not a colorway that I would normally choose. It's just boring.
It's too muted.
No, I mean I like muted, but
that's way too, like there's too many colors that are muted way down.
This is a boring color. There's like purple, olive green, blue. It's just kind of boring. It's just a boring colorway. It's not fun like the 80s Blast colorway. But this is not one I would pick off the shelves. This came in a Knit Crate subscription, and I do that monthly.
Knit Crate.
Not sponsored in any way, but I do that. I've done it for over a year now.
It's
But
probably longer than that.
This came in one of the subscription boxes. I don't remember when, but I believe it's a 75-25 yarn. Again,
75% boring.
rude. Not something that I would pick off the shelf or, as I'm shopping for yarn. But it's a good wool and it's going to make good socks. And I'm going to use them. So I just have to do the toe on the other pair or the other side and I'm gonna wear them. What is that sound?
It's your chair.
That's yours.
No, it's yours. I'm not moving.
Rude!
You're trying to blame me.
Well, so I'm working on those. Once those are off the needle, I'm gonna cast on this colorway. This is a knit crate as well.
See, this to me is a blast.
No, that's
Yes.
like, that looks like salmon.
This
Looks
is
like
no.
salmon.
No.
I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna coral. It's a coral.
Coral.
It's a coral.
Coral.
I'm gonna cast that on next after I finish that. I was gonna cast on a hat, but I already wound that up. I left my yarn swift and yarn ball winder in Alaska, so I had to wind that by hand.
Did you feel like a heathen?
It was rude. It was rude. So I'm gonna order. Actually, I have ordered a swift. I just need to pick out a winder that I forget where I purchased my first one from, or not my first one, the one that I have in Alaska. It's a nice one.
You're talking about the big like pinwheel thing?
No, that's the yarn swift.
Oh.
I have that, but it's the one that you can clamp onto the desk and.
Oh, it just like cranks up.
You wind up a yarn
Yeah.
cake. But I need to get a new one. So, any suggestions? That would be great. I had a little, I guess, cheap one from Knit Picks. That lasted only, I want to say, a month, and it broke. So I need a sturdy one.
You're a little rough, aren't ya?
Well, I mean, all the kids want to wind it, so.
That's when you'd be like, no.
Well,
goodbye.
now I will be, but I need a little bit sturdier. The one that I have is all wood, and it's great. The one that I had from Knit Picks was like plastic and not the best quality, but I mean, it did the job. This chair.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's
You
terrible.
insisted on using this chair as your holder.
Well, everything was already on it, so I didn't want to take everything off. Next thing that I'm working on is...
I was very confused because this looks like your computer charger.
I know, these two different chargers. This is a shawl by... No!
Where's your phone?
There goes my phone. Andrea Mowry. This is the Find Your Fade shawl. Here, hold these ends. This is a really large shawl, and it's super comfy.
Super long.
It's super long, drapey. Like, here's the end over here. It's a big shawl, and it's gonna be awesome. This yarn is Lolo Did It yarn. Super squishy yarn. This is great yarn. It is. I need to buy more. The only colorway that I know is this one, and that was Folsom. I bought this as a
kit.
A colorway kit, and I think she just listed some new ones actually, or listed it again.
This one?
This one, this colorway kit, this exact one.
When did you start this?
Last summer, I believe.
Oh.
Maybe spring. Maybe it was spring. I was still homeschooling the kids. I don't remember exactly when. So maybe last spring. But it only took like a weekend to get this far. And then I put it down. Didn't mark my spot in the pattern. Set it down and have not picked it up again because I don't know where I left off. So that'll be fun finding that
Why?
and continuing.
Never mind. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know.
How come my what? It's dead.
It's dead.
It's dead. Oh, okay.
How would you
Anyways,
silence it?
it's dead.
No, your phone.
Oh,
because
I
that
don't-
ding too.
I don't get many texts. Okay. So I'm working on this. Hopefully I will finish this.
Before
I should
2020's
probably
over.
finish this before I cast on my next pair of socks because this has just been on the needles for way too long. And I need to get it done.
Keep rolling the chair.
Well-
Look at this. Look at this. I told you silence, and it went ding, ding.
It happens. So those are my works in progress. I do have... Oh, here. I'm sure everybody knows what this is because everybody has one at some point. A Cozy Memories blanket. I have not added as much as I should. There
I feel like
are...
you're missing a lot of
I am
things.
missing a lot because there were so many more socks that I've knit, yarns that I've dyed, and they're just not in here. at all.
My favorite one isn't even in here.
Of what?
The socks that you made me, they're like teal and purple.
Oh, well,
you
that-
don't even have the square for it.
No, that was DK weight. This is all fingering.
Oh.
Fingering weight yarn. So the ones that I made her, the one that she's talking about, remind me of Sully on Monsters Inc.
Mm-hmm.
They were those colors. But it was a DK weight. And so these are all fingering, and a lot of these are my hand dyed. Hold this end up. This, let's see here. I have some hand dyed. There's some Knit Picks Felici. I have some Jinx yarns. She doesn't dye yarn anymore, sadly, but I have some of hers. Yarn Baby, Villain Vine. A lot of these are ones that I've dyed myself. I love that purple. I knit my sister's socks in these. Well, I actually didn't knit them for her. I knit socks and she claimed them. It was this one and this one. I did.
I did this one.
Terran dyed this one.
That's the only one I did.
I'm not gonna comment on it, but it's in my blanket. What else do I have? I have some fiber for the people. Where is it? Here. The rest are pretty much the stuff that I've dyed myself. But I need to add more onto this. I don't know what size needles everybody used for their fingering weight yarn cozy blankets. I used size 0 and I feel like that was too small.
Why?
Because when I first learned to knit...
I don't like, this is not
No,
0.
that's not 0. Well, that's just a different stitch. But when I learned to knit, my grandma taught me a long time ago. She taught me how to do continental, like as you would crochet. So I knit continental for years and years until my hands hurt so bad. And so I switched to English, I'm not sure, where you throw the yarn from your right hand. And then my tension changed. So I'm afraid if I add any more squares to that, it's going to be smaller because with the throwing of the yarn, my tension was like super tight and nice compared to continental. But that's just me. I don't know. Maybe
I feel like you're putting a lot more thought into it.
Well, I'm OCD.
I know.
So I gotta figure that out before moving on.
Because eventually you're going to have so many squares on there.
Well,
you're not going to
I
notice
feel
that those
like
are different.
if I start a new square and I'm knitting with my throwing with the new technique, it's going to end up too small and then I'm just going to rip it out because it's going to have to happen. Because I'm so OCD, it's not going to match and then I won't like it.
Nothing matches.
No, I mean, because these are larger.
So why can't you just adjust the way you knit now to mimic that,
Well, that's
but not
what I'm
it
saying.
be that?
For this, I'm going to have to go back to continental knitting.
I feel like
And
you're making this a lot more complicated.
that's why I haven't picked this up, because I'm a complicated person.
Clearly.
So, in future episodes, that may grow or it may not.
It
I'm
may
not
get locked
sure.
in the closet.
No, you can never have enough blankets in this house.
That's been proven.
We need blankets. This house is really cold.
That's why I have an electric blanket
She is
right
sitting here
now.
with an well, yeah.
It's freezing in here.
Well,
My feet are ice cold.
The house that we have right now, we have a house in Alaska. We bought a house in Alaska. We still have it. But we moved to Washington State on the coast where the weather is windy, rainy, chilly.
Awful.
It's not. It's just like Alaska. But the house that we're in, it was built in 1910.
By Finnish boat builders.
Very finished. And it's a really cool house. It's a very quirky house, I want to say. I don't really know the word for it. But it's very drafty. It has hardwood floors throughout. There's 3 floors. There's a basement, main floor, and then upstairs. I don't think any of them are insulated at all. So it's a very...
This house, if you on Facebook follow For the Love of Old Houses,
You'll probably see us.
This is kind of the vibe that this house has.
It's a really, one of a kind setup. It works for us. It's fine. This is just a rental. We're not going to live here forever, so it's fine. But when the wind blows through, because the port is right here, you can
You can smell it.
You can smell the pork. But as the wind blows through here, it's like a funnel, and you can hear, before the wind actually hits, you can hear it, I don't know the word for it.
Funneling into
It'll
the house.
funnel, and then when it hits the house, you can hear just, it whistles. It whistles throughout the house. Mm-hmm. So it is a chilly house, which is why she has a blanket on. But that's why we have knit socks.
I don't have this problem at my house. I don't even turn this thing on when I'm at home.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Roll up with the dogs.
You live in the same climate.
Drink my margaritas.
Oh boy.
Pretend I'm on the beach.
Good call.
Good call.
That's all I have that I'm working on at the moment. Yeah, I have a lot. I left all my yarn in Alaska. There's a tiny stash right there.
Of your fancy yarn?
Of my fancy yarn.
We're trying to sell her non-fancy yarn.
Yeah, I have a bunch of acrylic yarn that I'm trying to de-stash locally just to get rid of. It was taking up so much space. And there's what?
2 boxes.
2
big,
huge boxes.
Big boxes worth of yarn.
And I used it all for, you know, photography props and whatnot. So I don't do that anymore because it hurts my hands and it's time consuming. And I just need to get rid of all of that. So I'm making space for fancy my yarn. Good fancy yarn. Plus, well, I'm not going to put it here, but I'm going to have all my own hand-dyed yarns. But it won't. This won't be the setup forever either. It's just for now.
You're getting so critical of all of this.
Well, I'm OCD. Anyways, moving on. So that's what I'm working on. And like I said, I did the Knit Crate, or I do the Knit Crate subscriptions. This one was November.
No.
November 1st.
They're both December.
No, that one's December.
Oh.
So this is November's. I need each, and I'm not sponsored. They come with like a pattern book. Tells you about the yarn, the dyer, I guess. I've actually never really used these books, but it tells you all kinds of stuff. And this is one of the yarn. This is November's yarn for me. Yeah, that's showing what pretty much accurate. It's a light purple mauve. Is it mauve or mauve?
I say mauve.
I don't remember what everybody says. I feel like some people say mauve and some people say mauve. Anyways. Mauve. Lilac? No.
It's not a lilac. It's not a mauve either.
It's a grayish purple. And there's like some speckles of black. Yeah, there's some speckles of black in here. I could see the dye was breaking, so there's a little bits of red in there too. But this is the yarn that the Knit Crate sent me. Oh. Work with me. I don't know how to say it. Vitellana. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Vitellana by Knit Crate. So. Vitellana. It's sport weight. But the colorway is Anglerfish, and it's 100% superwash merino. So, I can see this being a hat at some point.
Ooh, with a faux fur.
She's gonna want to steal it because she steals all of it.
Oh,
but yes, we like the faux fur.
You really don't look in this?
No.
Okay.
Like for this, I'm already envisioning a sock head hat. Or the pattern, and I can't remember the name of the pattern, but the dyer Tristan off of Dragon Horde Yarns. She has a hat that's similar. I think it's called the Everyday Slouch. Everyday Slouch beanie. I don't know, but this would be great for it. It's definitely not going to be any sort of sock at all. But in those Knit Crates, you get like a fun little trinket. This one's a little shell. This one is by Sammy Sews Creations on Etsy. It's cute. I just don't use these markers. I know a lot of you do the markers, the project markers where you see how far you go in a day or whatever. I don't have the patience to do that, so. But I like adding these to my collection.
I have a whole jar full of them.
I do, and I do. I mean, I like them. I think they're cute. I just don't use them to mark my projects. Next
December.
month was December. And I did 2 in December. This was, that's not the first one. This one was the first one.
Yeah, that one.
The first one I got was a gray, just a basic gray, super squishy. And this is by, I don't know how to say it, Uru Yarns?
Uru Yarns.
Uru Yarns. I'm sure if you go to the Knit Crate website, even if you're not a, subscription person or whatever, you can probably find all their yarn. I don't know for sure, but this one is 70% extra fine merino, and I think that one is too.
70% extra.
20% baby alpaca, 10% nylon, and it's fingering weight. And I can see this being a hat too, because this is colorways that we all like. This with the purple even. Ooh.
With the purple?
Yeah. Mm. I think that would be good. I don't know what I'm going to make with it.
I want socks.
This is the same yarn.
Same yarn.
I just did
By Uru.
2 subscriptions. Hold it up so you can see it. It's like a
It's called Garland.
It's like a forest green, like a deep emerald.
No, it's more forest green.
It's more forest green. It's a good green. It's like a darker.
Yeah.
Hunter green kind of.
Mossy green.
No, mossy I feel like is brighter. I don't know. But
it's deep. I like it.
I did too because Knit Crate has colorway options that you can choose from, and I was at first doing the all natural colors, which was this and the purple, the light purple or whatever, and then I realized that I had the all natural, and I logged in one day and I was like, well, I don't want all natural anymore, so I switched to
chill out.
I switched to Anything Goes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I switched my color palette to Anything Goes, and they sent me the green. So I'm curious to see what January's will bring, because sometimes they have muted colors and sometimes they have a good pop of color. So I would like to see the other ones.
Do they have any? Oh, this is also December.
In December's, because they always send you little trinkets that go with it. That one they just sent. These, I don't think you're going to be able to see them. They're little hat markers.
You gotta get close.
I can't.
Oh God, I dropped it. It's done.
Anyways, they're little tags that go on your hat, your mittens, whatever.
They have the Knit Crate
They have the Knit
like
Crate
it's
symbol.
not anything super great.
Oh, they're right here. It is great. I mean, it's a knit ball.
But
Or no, yeah.
It's the Knit Crate thing though.
And
so.
this is from a non-knitter, so. Oh, get off my face.
Get off my face.
You can. Oh, there you go. It's a little yarn ball with knitting needles, and it's a fold over, so you can clip it on your, or not clip, sew it on your hat, whatever you make, just to mark it, I guess. But it is the Knit Crate symbol, which is fine. I mean, it's universal. You can use it whatever you want. It's fine. Not a big deal.
Okay.
But in some of the other Knit Crates that I've gotten, I got this. Holds all my stitch markers and my needles. It's a little macaroon, but it's a little whatever. Travels really good. I thought this was gonna pop off during all of my moves. It was the macaroon. Holds my stitch markers. I need a drink. 1 month they sent stitch markers. This is a bundle of 3. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you these.
Yeah, get real close.
I hear Terran's face out of there. Boom. There's a little unicorn. 2 little mushrooms. They're cute.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I still have them and my kids haven't stolen them yet. 1 month I think I got a couple of these. They're little hand creams. Handcrafted hand cream.
Happy hands.
Happy Hands. HappyHandsStore.com if you're interested. Shea butter, sunflower, and aloe. Which reminds me, I'm pretty sure everybody uses this Tuft. This stuff is amazing and it smells delicious.
Okay.
And it looks like little deodorant. Lanolin Rich Hand and Body Balm. I have the fresh pear and pomegranate. I had honey apple, I think, but I used it completely. So I had to buy that one. It was gone. My kids use it too. So
Eczema.
but yeah, my youngest has eczema. So she used that, and it, by the way, if you have eczema, use that because apparently it cleared it right up. Like she usually gets it all over her wrists and her upper arms, and she didn't have it anymore after using it. So
Cured.
it was cured. My hair is all over. Okay.
What happens?
Next, I don't have any more. Well, I do have more yarn stuff, but nothing that I'm.
Nothing worth of sharing.
No,
yet.
I'll share this.
No. You gotta wait. You gotta wait.
Why?
You have to have something for the next podcast.
No, I'll share this because I'm gonna cast it on.
Oh no.
I'm gonna cast this on. I saw this pattern on the Grocery Girls Knit podcast. Jody knit the Autumn League pullover, and I don't remember what she had, a wool blend yarn. This is from Two of Wands online, and the pattern is free, but if you want to purchase the ad-free printable PDF, you can pay, I think it's $3 to get that. So I bought it, and I should have gotten yarn for it, but I did not. I got yarn for, well, I shouldn't say that. I should have gotten wool yarn. I bought the recommended yarn, which is Lion brand cotton jeans, and it's all 100% cotton. This is the colorway Gray Fade. It's like a marled gray white color, gray and white, like marled. It's pretty. It's just cotton, so I'm not sure how that's gonna. I've never knit cotton. I mean a cotton garment, so I gotta pay attention to the sizing because I know it's not gonna stretch like I want it to. But if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna go down to, there's a yarn store. What is it called?
Which one? The one in?
No, the one right here.
Right here? I don't know. This one right here.
It's called Pearly Shell. Pearly Shell Yarn. I think it's Pearly Shell Yarn or Pearly Shell Fiber. But I can see their yarn shop right from my kitchen window.
Right
and
there.
I have not gone there yet.
You haven't gone to the one across the bridge either.
There's another one in Astoria. That, isn't it? In Astoria?
Yeah, it is. But you can't tell people where we live.
Yes, I can.
You're gonna become
Find
famous.
me. No. There's one here in town that if this doesn't work out, I'm just gonna go purchase some of their yarn. Because why not?
I need you to not do it in gray.
Well, it's for me, not for you.
But I need you to not do it in gray.
I'm gonna do it in gray.
Why?
Because it's for
that's
me.
Like boring.
I am boring. I am muted.
I
like muted colors like this for wearing garments. But if it's on my socks, totally wearing these.
Totally wearing those.
Any color like that, I'm totally wearing those.
I can't.
But next I have fabric. I have this. And I bought this from what was the name? Lovely Jubbly Fabric. Lovely Jubbly Fabric. And I got it because it looks like,
Are you upside down? No, you're good.
it looks like space otters.
Space otters.
Because why not? It's got little otters and the moon. It'll make a good project bag. I don't sew at a professional level at all.
I totally could.
She could.
I totally could.
But I'm not a professional. I dabbled in it and I did these right here. I'll show you. I did this project bag. This is fabric from fabric.com. It's got like little yarn balls and knitting needles. I did this bag.
Square bottom.
I mean, it holds what I need it to hold. My very first one that I did was just a fat quarter fabric sheet. I don't know what you call it. Fat quarter something fabric from like Walmart. I don't know what's in there. It's heavy.
It's heavy.
But
we got something.
it worked, so I made the other one. There's my Jinx Yarns pin. I wish she still dyed yarn. I made those two. This one I purchased from Nomadic Yarn. I bought some yarn from her too. She does self-striping and of course self-striping. This is it's perfect for socks. Like I use this in car line, picking up my kids or whatever. This is little narwhals on it. Oh, you can't see, can you? Oh, there, narwhal. Boom.
Boom.
But it's perfect, a perfect size for, you know, like a ball of yarn and needles. Basically it though. But it works.
Basically
It holds it.
Nothing else.
It holds it. It's good. It's totally fine.
Totally fine.
What else
It's
do I
fine.
have?
It's fine.
That's fine. I have, oh,
You have things that you bought on Wish.
I do. I went on to the Wish app, which I don't normally do. I just happened on it one day. And I got a whole set of knitting needles. I don't know the sizes because it's not in English. But there is, each one of these little packets has a little needle in it, a darning needle right there, and a needle size gauge or whatever you call that, to see what size, I don't know if it's a needle
A gauge finder.
To see what size needles you have, which will be handy because these don't have sizes on them, or they probably do. I just can't. I can't read that. I think it's in Chinese. I can't read that.
Can't read it.
But I thought it was cool because each one has a needle and all of that in it, and it was only, I want to say, max $5 for this whole thing.
How long did it take to come in?
It did take a while. I had forgot that I had ordered it. And one day it just came in.
So it's been a while.
It just came in. So I want to say it was like a month and a half, maybe 2 months to get here. But it was okay. I mean, $5.
It's fine.
It's like a little surprise. And
This
then
one?
I got those two. These are crochet hooks. Another like $5 on the Wish app. I don't know how those are going to work because on these, where you hold your, is it focusing? Yeah. Where you hold your thumb is way down here compared to the needle or the hook tip. So I'll have to test those out.
What do you mean?
Like when you, because
Let's open this.
I have clover, and say I was gonna crochet or something, my thumb sits right here. Can you see that?
I need a different one.
Yeah, it's like right here. My thumb's right here, so the crochet hook is, you know, right there. On that one, I feel like it's
pretty far.
It's further away, so there's gonna be more wrist movement to use that one. So we'll have to figure that out.
Is that really an issue though?
That is an issue. But uh-oh,
That does feel weird.
we're blinking.
It's fine.
So that's what I got from the Wish app. Like I said, that's all I have to show.
It's all right. Show and tell is over, folks.
Show and tell is over for now. There'll be more the next podcast. I'm going to, we'll podcast again to show what I have coming up in the shop. What else I'm working on. I'm sure I'll have more cast-ons by then. My kids go back to school tomorrow. So I'll have more time to sit and knit. What? So.
Sit, knit, sit.
Yep.
Or sit, knit. Sit, sit.
Sit, sip, knit.
There you go.
She made that.
Mm-hmm.
So until then, follow me on Instagram. I post not regularly.
No schedule, no order, no nothing.
Order, no aesthetic. Just
whatever happens, happens.
Whatever happens, happens. That's my life. So we're gonna go with that.
Go with it.
ccmakes. Etsy store is CC Fiber and Design on Etsy. So I don't know how you find that. I mean, you just type it in. It's fine.
It's fine.
There's a little bit of stuff left over, so check it out if you're interested. And then I'm gonna list all my new yarn there until I get a new website platform. I just feel like Etsy's the easiest right now, and I'm gonna stick with it because if it's not broke, why fix it?
Yep.
So, yeah. Until then.
Until next time.
Happy New Year.
the next time we
This is.
sit, sip, and knit.
I feel like I've tried to podcast and record every day since New Year's, so
Since
I'm just gonna say
Christmas.
Happy New Year till. So, until then,
Bye.
bye. No. What if you want to follow along? Follow me here. Follow me on Instagram. What is it? What do you that you get on YouTube? You do the. I do a lot of. I follow a lot of podcasts, but I just subscribe. So.
Hit the notification bell. And you get emailed and it pops up.
Oh, okay. I just subscribe, so when I log into YouTube, everything that I like is there. Subscribe. Like, subscribe, comment, any questions, I will answer them. I'm not doing show notes this time because I talked about everything. If there's questions, I'll answer. Future episodes will have, there's a hair on that. We'll have show notes. I haven't decided where I'm going to post. I gotta get it. I haven't decided where I'm going to post them yet, but I will let everybody know. There's a hair there too. Okay, I gotta go.
Stop looking.
OCD is getting to me. So, again, Happy New Year. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.